Welcome to another interview in our FM Expert series. Today we've got Rob Greenfield with us. Hi Rob, how are you?
Hi there, I'm fine, thank you.
Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Rob is the owner of Assured Safety and Risk Management Limited. And Rob, you've been a volunteer with the Institute in Workplace and Facilities Management, so IWFM, we were trying to just talk about it, weren't we? We reckon around 25 years. And
Yeah,
you're chair of the Health and Safety SIG, you're one of the judges for the 2020 awards, and you've also done a huge amount of work on the representing IWFM with Grenfell. So one of the things that we thought would be useful is you're going to talk to us about some of the kind of common questions that come through the IWFM website to save people having to keep on reinventing the wheel. So I think this is going to be really useful. I'm going to hand over to you. Thank you, Rob.
Okay, thanks Beth, and thanks for inviting me onto this. Yeah, one of my functions as a volunteer is an expert or a go-to person within the Institute. So we get a lot of questions coming through either on through the website or that are phoned in or emailed in to head office. And I just thought I would talk about some of the common questions that we get.
Yeah.
And one of the things that comes up time and time again is around compliance and just general inquiries about health and safety. And a lot of the inquiries are based, I suppose, around the hierarchy of health and safety and compliance in the UK. So I just wanted to sort of talk briefly about that. And if we're looking at a workplace, then what I call the umbrella piece of compliance is what we call the Umbrella Act, and that is the Health and Safety at Work Act 1974, and everything really cascades down from there. So that act in itself calls for a safe systems of work, safe workplace, and then as a result of that, you can actually it allows the government to make regulations. And we hear about regulations a lot. So you've got like asbestos regulations, workplace, welfare regulations, that type of thing.
All that affect handling, chemicals, yeah.
Yeah, it goes on and on and on. There's a whole list of them. So you've got the regulations that govern what you can and can't do in the workplace. And then sitting below that, we've got ACOPs, approved codes of practice. And if something goes wrong and you're taken to court, then a judge will want to see that you've maintained an item of equipment, an asset, in accordance with the ACOP, or some other way, but it's got to be at least equivalent. Then we have guidance, and most of that is industrial-led guidance, and that will actually tell you exactly how you should be maintaining something. And then as a result of that, we've got British standards, and you tend to get, I suppose, industry-led practice, which, is on lift management, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So it is far-ranging, but that's really the hierarchy of how it works. If you're looking at maintaining an asset, and again, this comes up time and time again, how do you maintain a lift? How do you maintain a boiler? Then we have sort of maintenance standards such as FMG 20 or SFG 20, I should say, or the actual sort of heating and ventilation, sort of association, that type of. It's basically guidance, but it is an industry recognized sort of guidance. And really, if you maintain things to those sort of guidelines, then you can't go far wrong. But this comes up a lot, within the questions that we get asked. And I think one of the things that people, I suppose, don't do enough of is research.
Yeah.
And that sometimes troubles me because we get a question in, and then it takes me if I don't know it, it'll take me a couple of minutes, if that, to Google it and then get the answer. One of the problems with Google and these search engines is that you've got to know what the keywords are, otherwise you'll get led astray.
But
so
Rob, don't you think sometimes though with health and safety, when people are searching, if they don't know enough about it, they haven't got the confidence that the search they've done is coming up with the right answer, and they almost want something definitive, and that's the thing I often find.
Yes, I agree. I mean, you may have picked up on an old item of legislation, and it doesn't always, if you search that, it doesn't always come up with the very latest, and that may have been repealed or amended. So you have got to be very, very careful. I think another problem that we get within the industry itself is that when an organization wins a new contract and they take that contract over, I think a lot, I call it sort of like a hand-me-down system. So the incumbents leave. Most of the time they take all the records with them because they don't want to be too helpful. And then if you have got anything left there, then the new company comes in, and unless they're really knowledgeable and they've got a really good system, they may just take over what they see as being there, and that may not be accurate. They may over maintain, and I see so many issues where a contract has not been set up properly in the beginning. It hasn't been mobilized, or the modern word is transitioned properly in accordance with the local legislation. So it's really important that you actually set up the contract, you get good records, and so that you know where you are in the cycle of each asset's maintenance. Otherwise, you could be, non-compliant. If something goes wrong, you're going to be for the high jump. And another good place to research is Health and Safety Executive, website. There's a lot of useful information in there, and that will, at least if you search, say electricity in there, or asbestos, it will always come up with the latest guidance. And then you'll have the the ING 65 or whatever it is you're searching will come up, and it will be the absolute latest.
Do you think the for, if anyone's ever been in one of my training courses, I should get commission from the HSE website, because I'm constantly saying you must look at it. I always say it's like having a consultant, a health and safety consultant in your computer screen, and you need to use it. But it is a little bit like the layers of an onion. You need to dig and dig and dig to find the content. But when you find the content, there's checklists, there's videos, there's resources, there's guides, there's documents,
there's everything in there.
It's there, isn't it?
But the important thing is getting the keywords right, because you won't be able to unpeel the onion unless you know what you're, I say you know what you're looking for. You've got to have, the keywords. So whether that's electricity, whether that's water, and then of course again, as we know with water, you're going to get taken down, hopefully the L8 sort of process, and then again you've got this massive guidance, type of document, and you should be maintaining your water systems to that guidance.
But on water, not only does it link you through to L8 and HSG 274, you can watch videos of cooling. Sorry, no, you can watch on the HSE website videos of cold water storage tanks.
Yes.
I mean, literally, if you can be bothered to look at the stuff on there, you will understand more.
Yes, absolutely, and it is. I suppose it's wanting to learn. Not being afraid to ask, and nobody should criticize you for asking. And I learn stuff, all the time. I mean, I picked up on a website the other day, and okay, it's to do with football clubs, but they had some really, really good COVID-19, return to, matches from the FA. So there was the Football Association, and actually they've got some really damn good points in there, which actually in all of our IWFM, sort of COVID sort of resources, we hadn't actually thought about. And so now I'm going to use that to update that. But it was all about sort of, manage pre-training the fans and the staff before they come back to the football ground, so that at least they've got a bit of knowledge of what's expected of them. And then some really good points on, how to reopen. So,
and like you say, there's a constant stream of information out there that we need to find. Rob, I think we need to have another conversation, because we are at our 10-minute limit for this conversation-ish. But can we do another one? Because I know you've got some more points that you can share with us. So for now, I'm going to say a huge thank you. Thank you very much, Rob. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for having me. All right. Thank you.